After an 0-2 start to the season, which saw us lose a couple of really tough games, we're gonna continue on here in Season 2 now. A big challenge in our last episode was the play calling, and I have mixed feelings about a custom playbook just because it kind of gives you an edge that the other CPU doesn't have. But I've started one. Whether or not it ever makes it into the franchise, we'll see. Maybe at some point we just try a different playbook. I'm uncommitted at the time, but I have started a custom one. It's based on the 49ers playbook, which is what we're using right now. Hopefully just kind of taking out some of the terrible things like running 13 personnel on first downs and stuff like that as we're kicking off our Week 3 game against the Steelers, who have us down by 2 touchdowns right now. Just thought I'd let you know about my thoughts on the playbook. We're going to overtime, and we're gonna lose in overtime to the Steelers. What is up with us losing close games? That is our 3rd straight 1-score loss to start this season, man. We had comeback attempts fall just short in the first 2 games. This time we did bring it back and tie it, but we would end up losing in overtime. Blatchford here would have solid but unspectacular day. Touchdown, no picks. 2 touchdowns for Bijan. 15 carries, averaging 4.5 on them. Gabe Davis turns in another 100-yard day. The scenario for Hendricks, he only got 32 yards, but I really only click on that scenario to get the extra XP for whoever did good. Everybody Jennings had 3 sacks in simulation. Feels like it's rare to see him have a lot of production in the simulator games. Most of his production comes from when we watch, but nice to see him show up in today's episode in our simulation game. A couple upgrades here after our overtime loss. We just cannot finish these close games, and I guess that's not super surprising considering we're a very young team. You know, we don't have a lot of experience with these close games, and so it will probably take us a little while to learn how to finish them. My custom playbook, just going back to that for a moment, is mostly just going to focus on better 3rd down situations and better red zone situations. If I do end up implementing a custom playbook, I don't want it to just have all the best plays in it and etc. etc. I'm mostly going to keep the plays, but kind of change the game plan portion of it to, again, just be a little bit better situationally. So that's my plan. Whether or not we end up implementing it is still up for debate, I think, because we're going to take on the Chicago Bears for our spotlight game today. Of course, a major threat is Justin Fields, and his speed can definitely change the outcome of games on a regular basis. DJ Moore, very good wide receiver 1 here, who is really good after the catch, solid route runner, good speed. So, somebody we definitely want to keep tabs on. Offensive line-wise, Braxton Jones is solid. Cody Whitehair is a solid vet. Some solid veterans here, but no real standout here on the offensive line. Hopefully they start Darnell Wright at right tackle over Collins, but we'll see what they do. Montez Sweat, of course, they traded for him. Number 2 pick in the draft, Walter Douglas, will also start at edge. Of course, made a trade with the Bears, bringing down from 2 to 3 to allow them to select him. And then we, of course, took Blatchford. Jermaine Edmonds, very lucky to have him be injured in practice. You know, you never want to see injuries, even virtual injuries. But very good linebacker that won't be patrolling the middle of the field today. Jalen Johnson, just a really, really good cover corner, both man and zone in the 90s, pressing the 90s as well. Gotta watch out for him. Eddie Jackson, a solid vet. And Jaquan Brisker, a hard-hitting safety as well. I think you gotta contain Justin Fields as kind of the big threat here for Chicago's offense. Against their defense, I think he should be able to run it, especially with them missing Tremaine Edmonds in this game. that will be our plan here. So without further ado, let's kick off this game. I'm excited to see if we can finally put our first win on the board for this second year. Bears looking like they're going with the striped shoulder alternates. Or is that their new normal jersey? They haven't always had those striped shoulders, have they? I might be faded. It's been a while since I've watched a Bears game, I gotta be honest. Kevin Blatchford takes the field, wearing out all reds today. Number 2 and number 3 picks facing off in this one. And two very different quarterbacks. The second fastest quarterback in the league versus somebody who likes to win his games in the pocket. Let's see who takes home the victory here. Justin Fields going to start this game with a dump off over the middle for 5 to Cole Kmet. Solid gain on first down. From the gun, Fields. It's a give to Herbert, who's going to make this a very short third down play for the Bears. Everything in the playbook open here for Chicago. Fields. He's going to keep it himself, and he's going to have first down. Ended up not getting a bunch there. It looked like it was more open than that, but a good angle there from Grant Delpit, but could not keep him behind that first down line. Got to do a better job of getting them into longer third downs as this drive goes along. Another dump off on first. This time it'll gain 4. Second down now. 3 receivers on the left side of the formation. Fields has plenty of time, and he's got a man with plenty of room after the catch as well. He's 3 for 3. All of his passes have gone to tight ends here early. So you can see the game plan that Chicago's come with to attack the middle of our defense, attack our linebackers with the tight ends. So far, so good for him. Now setting up shop in Memphis territory. First set of downs for Chicago. That's a big run right up the middle. Felton did not get touched until he had already gained the first down. Not a good start defensively. First down once more. To give to Herbert. He is tackled after a gain of 3. Bears doing a nice job on this drive of consistently getting positive yardage. We have not had a play go for less than, I guess, other than that 3rd and inches was the only thing that's gone for less than 3 yards in this drive. Now Justin Fields is stepping up in the pocket, and he's getting another first down. Cody White here. One of those solid vets on that Chicago line. Injured on that one. Doesn't look to be too serious, but he is clutching that shoulder. Now at the fringe of the red zone. Fields going to send a man in motion, and they're going to give it to him. And the nice juke by Devontae Parker. Doesn't seem like a guy you'd expect to be productive on jet sweeps, but hey, first and goal Chicago. There's been very little resistance by the defense here on this opening drive, and it has been a long one. 10 plays into the drive, second and goal. It's a give to Herbert. Down to the 2. Third and goal now. Bears spreading us out here and giving to Felton. He's got the space to dive in for the touchdown. Just a fairly dominant first drive by the Bears. Took a ton of time off the clock and just slowly inched their way in for 6. And out trots the offense now. Blatchford. 5 touchdowns, 3 interceptions through his first 3 games. And we're hoping he can lead us to victory today at home. We're going to start the game with a fullback in the backfield. And Bijan is going to start our day with a gain of 4. Of course, as we saw coming off that 2 touchdown performance, would love for a repeat of that today. Maybe with a little bit more volume. As our game plan is to run it inside, I feel like that's a point we can attack here. These linebackers and these interior linemen. There's a nice throw. That connection with Gabe Davis has been working here to start this season. Especially in simulation. These guys have been looking up for some big games in our 2 simulation games so far. But Gabe has also been productive for us through preseason and also to start this year with the 1 game that we watched to start the year. From the 41, Blatchford, he's going down the sideline and he's got Gabe Davis again. Can he get past Brisker? Yes, he can. The dive is not there, and that's a big touchdown for the Memphis Thunderbirds. An absolute dime from the rookie. Finds Gabe Davis, allows him to keep his sprint speed. And that gives him the momentum to get on the board. It's 7 apiece now. Fields gets it to DJ Moore for a gain of 6 to start Chicago's second drive. From the gun, Chicago sends Parker in motion. This time they fake the jet sweep. Give it to Khalil Herbert, and that's a nice gain. 5 carries for 23 yards to start the day. Chicago's been able to run and pass basically at will here, and that's not something that I'm super ecstatic to see. Fields flipping the play. And he's going to go down here. Josh Uche is going to get to the quarterback. That's a big loss of 10 on the play. That's the kind of play we need to hopefully stop this Chicago momentum. That's the first negative play Chicago's had. In fact, that's the first play that wasn't positive. They hadn't even had, a 0-yard run or an incompletion yet. 2nd and 20 now. For the first time, we've got Chicago behind the sticks. And Fields is going down again. The blitz got him a little bit uncomfortable in the pockets. And we've got 2 straight Justin Fields sacks here to bring up 3rd and a mile. Gotta like the defensive odds to get off the field with a 3 and out. But instead, it's to Devontae Parker down the sideline. No! Chicago answers back with a massive touchdown of their own. Christian, how do you allow that? When you're showing a kickoff, it's only for one thing, and it's going to be a big play for Memphis. What is going on with the first quarter of this game? Down the sideline, Quez is gone. Signed as a UDFA, Quez was brought to the team to provide, a backup option to Tyquan Thornton and just give us more speed, and it showed on that return touchdown. It's 14 apiece. Both teams have just come up with massive plays. That first Chicago drive, marching down the field, just seems like the outlier now. It's been big plays here defining this quarter. 2nd and inches. Fields all alone in the backfield. Throws short and completes to Komet, who breaks the tackle and gets to the 35. No incompletions yet for Justin Fields. All 7 of his passes have found their mark. Herbert. There we go. Gain of just 1 there. I can't believe we let up that touchdown on 3rd and 7, man. That was our opportunity to gain some early game momentum. And we're going to get another sack here on Justin Fields. This time, Givens, the free agent interior guy we signed. On the sack, the first one there. I think Jalen Carter went and got himself a little bit of a half sack there at the very end. 3rd and 18. This time you have to get the stop. Fields going for a screen. They're going to complete it to Herbert's. But a good tackle here from Hale is going to bring up 4th down and finally the first stop of the game. Now starting the second quarter. It's a give to Bijan. He's slipping past tacklers and gaining 8. And just 1 carry in the first, but our offense was not on the field much. Two tight ends here on the right side of the formation. It's another give to Bijan. Seemed like he might have missed a bigger hole on the right side, but he gets enough for the first. Like seeing him involved here to start this second drive. Blatchford in the gun now. 3rd straight give to Bijan. This one not going to be for much, though. Just 1. Could not slip past Sanborn. 2nd down. 2 backs in the backfield. Blatchford has plenty of time, but can't make a decision. That's going to be the rookie Walter Douglas on the sack. You got to make a decision when you're getting that much. That one was not on the offensive line. Sack's going to be credited to Charlie Kyle, but that was well blocked. Third and 20. It's going to be a screen or a draw, probably. No, it's neither, but it's going to be a free rush by Montez Sweat. Even worse. Not a free rush. I think he just obliterated Paris Johnson on that play. So we can't build off the momentum of our first defensive stop at all. Fields still has not thrown that first incompletion of this game. A very balanced attack here from Chicago. When everything's working, you can do whatever you want, and this is a big play from Herbert, but it might be coming back. And it will indeed be a hold on the offense. Cole Kmet erasing the big run. I don't even know if he was that impactful on the run, so that's a bad penalty for the Bears. Herbert coming back out and getting another solid run, though. Gaining 9 there. Our run fits have not been impressive to start this game. 3rd and 5. Bunch formation on the right side of the formation. And Fields has the first down to Devontae Parker. Now 10 straight completions to start this game. Parker having himself a nice first half here. Under 8 minutes left here in the half. Fields from the gun gives to Khalil Herbert, and that's going to be a stop behind the line. Jalen Carter blew that play up. Nice to see him getting involved, and now his X Factor is active. A give to Felton. And I make it another 3rd and medium here for Chicago. Fields. Time in the pocket on 3rd and 6. He's going to break to the sideline for a big gain. His legs have already become a factor on a number of occasions. He's gotten 3 different first downs at least. It said 4 runs. Has it been 4 first downs with his legs? I can't remember. 3 or 4, but already playing a big part in this game. Fields, he's running again. And he's got another first down inside the 10. My goodness, 60 yards rushing here. We're only halfway through the second quarter. A truly dynamic player here. Fields changing the play, throwing towards the sideline. It'll be a short completion there. Getting Justin to 150 yards passing here. We just can't stop anything. Fields evading again. This time, Devin Bush stays home and corrals the quarterback. Not an easy thing to do at all. 3rd and goal. From the 3, it would be a huge deal to force a field goal attempt here. But instead, it's going to be Felton's second touchdown. That was way too easy. Just way too easy there. No defender in sight. No defender even threatened to touch him there. On that one, just perfectly blocked by Chicago. And they take the lead once more. Our offense, who we just haven't seen much of here in the first half. Blatchford gonna find a man downfield. That's Bijan for a massive gain. Thought he was gonna get sacked there, but yeah, we have only seen 3 attempted passes from Blatchford here, and we're approaching 4 minutes left here in the first half. Defense just done a bad job getting off the field in this game. And then, of course, our kickoff return touchdown has helped with that as well. Blatchford. Hands off to Robinson. Decent gain of 4. Now here's 2nd and 6. Blatchford lined up in shotgun. Going with a quick throw over the middle to Tyquan Thornton for 5. Going to set up a 3rd and short, but Thornton is injured on the play. Not going to stop him from mixing things up there with the Bears defender, though. He's going to stay on the sideline, so hopefully nothing too serious there for the young receiver. The man in motion on 3rd and 1. It's a big package for Memphis, and it's going to be the first down and more for Robinson. His 6th carry of this first half. Blatchford under center here for this first down play. Making the give to Robinson. Has plenty of time. Ends up finding his check down man who makes a man miss. That's Carlos Roman, the fullback. Neither quarterback. There's not been an incomplete pass here. And we're going to get to the 2-minute warning. Has there ever been an NFL game? Like, since people actually started passing the ball, I mean. Where there was no incomplete pass at the 2-minute warning? Both quarterbacks been sharp. Yes, there have been some sacks, so it hasn't been perfect, and we see one right now. Walter Douglas just was not blocked on that play. Kind of blew things up. So we got a 3rd and long here. 1.5 minutes left. What do we come up with? Blatchford gonna throw past the sticks, and it's dropped. No! Hendricks! How do you not come down with that? You're wide open. A massive drop by the rookie. Has not seen much action here in the first half, but you're going to continue to not see action if you can't make that play, dude. Just a terrible miss there. Fields over the middle. That's caught. Got to wonder about that penalty, though. It's going to be roughing the passer. Okay. That puts Chicago right down the field and near field goal territory already. Defense needs to make a big play, but instead it's going to be DJ Moore making the play. Down to the 25. 13 of 13 for Justin Fields. Been an absolutely atrocious defensive half. We're down to 40 seconds remaining in it. Komet. Another completion. Bears call timeout with 39 on the clock. Fields gets it to Komet again. What is going on? Over 200 yards and no incompletions through the air, not to mention the fact that they've got like 80 yards on the ground as well. Our only saving grace is that we have a few sacks. Gave up a 3rd and 27 touchdown. Defense has completely failed us here in this half. Chicago, fortunately, probably for us, is just going to settle for the field goal. But if they tried for the touchdown, they probably could have got it. We haven't really been able to stop Chicago from doing what they want all game long. That field goal is good, and it gets us to the half here. We're going to be down by 7. Ultimately, I think, based on how that half felt to me, being down just 1 score is not bad at all, because it really felt like we got completely outplayed by the Bears. Still in this one as we start the second half. Bijan going to start it out for us with another 4-yard gain. Latchford takes the snap, gets good protection, and finds his man, Tyquan Thornton, back in the game. We love to see it. Give to Robinson. That play just never really developed. And Charlie Kyle's injured. The guy with like 98 injury or 97. One of those two. Can't remember if it's 97 injury, 98 stamina, or vice versa, but he's already injured in his second game. Nice, Madden. Love it when the game rewards me for drafting high injury players. 3rd and long coming up after a decent gain on the ground, but I don't love a run on 2nd and 13. Like even a good 5-yard run, you know, still brings up 3rd and 8. Latchford has time and just couldn't connect with Thornton. Don't mind the aggressive play call there. Fields. When are we going to see the first incompletion for Fields in this game? That's the real question. Is he going to go the whole game without throwing one? Read option, and that was a beautiful play by Grant Delpit. Snuffed that one out and brings him back behind the line of scrimmage. Actually have a chance for a 3-and-out here after 2nd and inches, which is pretty nice to see. Still got to get the stop here on 3rd, though. It's a read option again, and this time it's Bryce Hall making the play. Our DBs very much so ready for those read option plays, and I like what I'm seeing there. Game plan working out for us. That's a big play to the rookie Kevin Williamson. All the way down to the red zone, just like that. Latchford has looked really sharp in this game. He just hasn't had very many attempts. He has 2 incompletions, and one of them was a blatant drop. 34-yard catch, the first of the day for Williamson. Bijan, big hole, that one. Felt like it might have had a chance to be bigger than that, but you'll still take a 7-yard run on a first down. Bijan getting up slow, but he seems to be fine. With the Kyle injury, we have Paris Johnson actually sliding to the left. Then Matt Parrott is playing right tackle for us. As we get the first down. 1st and goal from the 9. 3 tight ends in the game. Stretch give to Bijan. He tries to cut it up inside, but the defense had too many reinforcements right there. 2nd and goal. We need to turn this drive into a touchdown. We don't necessarily need to, but you'd obviously very much so like to. Blatchford all alone. He's going to the end zone, and it's incomplete. Was that off the mark, or was that just another blatant drop by Gabe Davis? I couldn't tell from this angle. It looked like it just went right through Gabe Davis's hands. 3rd and goal. Blatchford, no good. That 2nd down play was the one. Williamson also had a chance at that one, but that one was a little bit more difficult. A couple of missed opportunities on 2nd and 3rd down for touchdowns. I actually didn't mind the play calling in the red zone this time at all, though. Oh, we had 2 plays that gave us good chances here. Thank goodness Justin Fields decided to go inside there, because if he went to the sideline, that was a big play. Fields under center, goes to the sideline. That one is caught. Still no go on the first incompletion for Chicago of this game. That also puts Devontae Parker over 100 yards. Fields, and there it is. We finally found it. 2.5 quarters went by, but finally Justin Fields has thrown a pass that hit the turf. Not turf, though. We'd definitely be a grass field. Got to watch out for player safety. Don't want people tearing their ACLs on our field. Shout out to Kevin Hunsucker, who's subbed to the channel. Why is the N not on button? I gotta change that. We'll make sure that's fixed. A shout out to subbing while I was recording this video. First and 10 for Chicago. Justin, once again, just very questionable decision making on his run lanes. Couldn't think of the word lanes for a second. 2nd and 11. That is gonna be false start or an offsides. It will be on the defense. Encroachment. Totally takes away the fact that we had a good play on 1st down.
Still 2nd down.
Second down. This is when the defense needs to get a stop. They're still not quite in scoring range. And they're going to get their chance here on 3rd down. Bunch formation on the right side of the field, but they're going to spread that bunch even further right. Fields has a man downfield. It's DJ Moore. Wide open. Way too much space there. And way too much time for Fields. The fact that we've allowed 24 points just hasn't told the story, I think, in today's game of just how poor things have been. I feel like a lot of run plays have run this clock down. But I think Chicago could very easily have been well into the 30s with their scoring in this game by now, if there weren't so many run plays to run the clock down. Big package for Chicago. It's a give to Herbert. Solid game. Forcing a field goal here would be big, of course, to keep it a one-possession game. Can we do it on 3rd down? Justin Fields past the sticks. It is caught by Kometz. Johnson right there for the tackle, but he couldn't get soon enough to break the pass up. Chicago just on another one of those death march drives where it seems like every play is going for between 3 and 7 yards all the way down the field. Fields carrying a defender all the way to the 1. What is this man? We have nobody over Devontae Parker in the slot. But it's not going to matter because the third quarter is going to come to an end. So we'll start the fourth from the 1 yard line. Chicago looking to score here. The way our defense is playing, I sincerely doubt we're going to end up getting this stop. Second down. Give to Herbert. He is pushed from behind by Jenkins into the end zone. And it's a third rushing touchdown by one of these Chicago running backs in this game. The Bears offensive line continues to dominate that matchup in this game. Latchford has time. He's got a nice play. Been too long since we've heard Gabe Davis' name, but again, just the sample size of our offense on the field has not been there in this game. Chicago's has like 3 scoring drives that were all like 6+ minutes long. Despite that, Gabe still has another 100-yard receiving day. And that's a pick! No! Blatchford looked so good in the first 3 quarters. But he's starting the fourth with a pick. There was still a chance, but things not looking good there. No turnovers in the first 3 quarters of this game. But now's not the time to start him. Fields is 21 of 22 in this game, by the way. This might be the worst offensive performance we've seen, and that includes last year. And the defense was much worse, and Khalil Herbert just burst for another big game. It's just been sad to watch our defense today, man. The Bears having not gained 400 yards yet is honestly surprising. But again, it's not the volume of drives and scoring drives, it's just how methodical and super long they are that is what's been their key to success in this one. They're just keeping our offense off the field for massive chunks of time. You know, every time they have a drive. They've had that one massive play. There, Jalen Carter's going to get a sack. Nicely done. That's really been our only saving grace, is if we can get a sack. We've gotten 4 of them, which is good. But when we're not getting sacks, we're not getting anything good. We've seen our DBs make a play. Not really. Not in the pass game, at least. We do force them to a field goal here, though, which is pretty big. Because it keeps it a 2-touchdown game. With 9 minutes left, down by 2 touchdowns, there's still easily a chance here. Especially because Blatchford has been pretty dang solid in this game for the most part. Hendricks there. This time he holds on. His first reception. Well, that's of his own fault. Got both backs flanking him here on first down, but it's not going to go anywhere for Keaton Mitchell. Walter Douglas makes the play. He's shown up a few times in this game. Been a good game for the 2nd overall pick. Latchford now. Trying to find something. He's just going to throw off his back foot. That's a little dangerous. His numbers all of a sudden aren't looking so good. He's throwing a pick, and his completion percentage is down to 60%. But just a couple of just terrible drops, and now he's taking the sack. Walter Douglas again. Not all of his plays have been on our offensive line, but still, he has gotten the best of our offensive line on numerous occasions in this game. And you just can't take that sack there. Now we need a 3-and-out. Fields. Oh, he missed a man. We're lucky. DJ Moore had some space there to at least get the catch, if not some catch and run yardage there if it was placed perfectly. From the gun. Fields. Surveying, and he's going down again. Josh Uche now 2.5 sacks. Both quarterbacks have just taken some bad ones in this game. That they've had, plenty of opportunities to make a decision. They just end up eating bad sacks. There have been a couple that were due to, really good defensive line plays, but a lot of these sacks in today's game have been on the quarterback. Being too hesitant to make a decision. Screenplay here is for Cole Kmet. Again, some solid yardage. But obviously not enough to move the chains. So it's 4th down, and we get the ball back. Still got time for a comeback here. Gabe Davis gains 5. Latchford gets to 200 yards here. We're going to need a lot more than 200, though, if we want to come back in this game. Latchford goes to the flats. That's Keaton Mitchell. Makes one guy miss, but can't get the first down. It's 3rd and inches. We're just going to run it for the first here. Kind of looks that way with this formation. It's exactly what we're going to do. Don't mind just being safe and making sure we get it, but time is starting to become a factor here. Latchford. Clean pockets. Finds his underneath man, and a beautiful spin move there by Hendricks. Gonna get him 9. He's starting to get involved here late. 3 tight ends with 4 minutes left, down 2 touchdowns. That's the kind of situational thing I want to change in the playbook, but here it's going to result in a big run. Don't mind that. Not one bit at all. Again, though, we need to move with some haste here. Latchford, he's going to throw a pick. Targeting Gabe Davis. It's his 2nd here of the 4th. Kyler Gordon is still going. Almost called him Kyler Murray. Not a lot of Kylers in the NFL. But 2 4th-quarter picks from the rookie have made this a very difficult situation. And now Justin Fields with a massive gain. Another one that might be coming back, though. And it will. Ben Jones called for the hold that time. Fields on 1st and 20. They're dropping back to pass. Kmet gains 9. That gets Chicago over 400 yards of offense for the game. Herbert gains 6, and it brings up 3rd down. There's duty to run and play before the 2-minute warning here. But this play could easily lead to the 2-minute warning. Fields. He's throwing, and it's picked off by Christian Gonzalez. Finally, our DBs make a play, and it's the one DB we trust most on this team. That's Christian Gonzalez. He's made a lot of big plays in his young career, and there he makes another one. This game is not quite over yet. We still have a chance, and the 2-minute warning is not yet passed, so we have a 4th timeout here, getting a big play to start the drive. It's exactly the start to the drive that we needed. We need to score very quickly. We still have all 3 timeouts. Latchford. Another big play, this time to Hendricks. This drive is starting excellently. We're already in field goal range. Not that it really matters at this point in the game. Bijan, nice juke, and he gets out of bounds. Okay. I'm loving this drive. Let's keep things going here now inside the 30. Latchford, there's a free rusher and he's going to go down. How many times are we going to get a free rusher? The second overall pick, that's not a guy that you just let come free, man. These are drive killers. Don't take that sack. You got to be kidding me. He takes 2 sacks in a row. Latchford, you can't. It's unacceptable. He's going to take another one here on 3rd and 35. We just haven't even been able to get a throw off since first down. Ugh. That was a really, really good looking drive for a while. Now we throw a pick. It doesn't matter. But that's going to be a 3rd, 4th quarter interception for the rookie quarterback. I didn't even want to see that last drive. Don't want to see the stats. Just an awful end of the game, man. You know, I had the makings of another comeback, that we would end up falling just short of. But then just too many stupid mistakes. In the 4th quarter by our rookie quarterback, when he had honestly played really well in the first 3 quarters. He was a couple of drops away from having a really, really good game. But instead, this team is 0-4. Still searching for its first win. Who knows? Maybe we'll get lucky and we'll finally get one next episode and we'll be able to actually have a good ending to a 4th quarter. But that's all I've got for the episode. Back soon with another, and I'll see you then.